I love when somebody sees a need, a sort of niche in the market somewhere and says, hey, I can fill that, I can fix it. This is a perfect example of that kind of organization.
Exactly. You know, it's kind of the catch-22. In order to get a job, you know, you need to look professional and have a nice suit, but in order to have the suit, you know, to buy it,
to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was the catch-22. And so I just saw that need, and you know, 15 years later, we're helping over, you know,
15,000 people. That's not a small number here in the metro area. Tell me about that first year, though, that you did it. Tell me about the first people who came through the door. How did you help them?
I know. Well, you know, I started the organization out of a tragic situation, really. I started it because of my half-sister. She was out of my life, and so we hadn't seen each other in 20 years. When we reunited, she told me that she was dying of cancer. 6 months later, she passed away. And so when I was helping with the funeral arrangements, I found out that she was on welfare. And so I said, well, I want to be able to give back to women that are in need.
It seemed like when I was a kid in the 70s and 80s, if black people showed up in science fiction films, it was as the first person to get killed, right? The black guy's going to get it first. We've come a long way, though, in terms of the roles that African Americans play, and in terms of how the stories frame the African American experience.
Right. Well, I think a good example of that is The Matrix. You know, in terms of the storyline. I mean, in the sense that it's not just the black character, or obviously not the first person gets killed off, but also they're just part of the story. You know, and they're in different parts. So it's not just the black guy, or maybe black guy and black woman, but there's all kind of black people in all levels throughout the story, to the point where you're just looking at it as that's the story.
They're not there because they're black.
Because they're black,
they
right?
Just happen to be African Americans in the same role as another
everyone else. You know, and it more accurately reflects, the world.
Don't miss American Black Journal, Sundays at 12:30 p.m.